Hey everyone. Welcome, welcome. I see all you guys in the chat. Good morning, and good morning to you. Yes, and another one. Okay, that's right. Welcome everyone to the Cosmic Collective Consciousness Speaks. No, to this what we're doing now. So, all right. Sorry, there's a lot going on right now. Okay, so first of all, before we get started, I want to announce that today is Light Guardian Illumination Day. Light Guardian Illumination Day. Yes. So here at Mystic Temple, let me explain what Light Guardian Illumination Day is. These are our light guardians right here, as you see before you. The light guardians are those who are divinely chosen by the cosmic collective consciousness to stand alongside me and help usher in this new world, help this revolution, help bring out the awakening of this world with this global awakening that we're working on. So today is Light Guardian Illumination Day, and we celebrate this every year on April 23rd. And today is year two. This is the day 2 years ago, April 23rd, 2024, is when they first took their oaths. And yes, it's a serious but also a magical oath. Okay, it's real. All right. So and stepped into their purpose. Okay. So today is really about renewal, initiation, and burning away. Okay. So for those of you who are in the Telegram group, we have a ritual for you later that where you can help where to celebrate this day. This ritual will help you initiate yourself, burn away the things that no longer serve you, and give you a renewal. So this ritual is very, very powerful. That actually one of our light guardians, Goddess Iman, put together for you. And so if you are in the Telegram group, you will be receiving that. If you are not in the Telegram group, hello, message, join the Telegram group. The purpose of the Telegram group is this is where we give additional resources and stuff like that, and also have in-depth conversations and daily motivation and things like that as well in the Telegram group. So join the Telegram group. Okay, message. Woo. All right. So, woo, woo. So happy Light Guardian Illumination Day, everyone. And yes, we will be celebrating that even more as the years go on as well. Again, we're going to celebrate this every year. And next year we will be having a group ritual as well. But as you know, here at Mystic Temple, because this is a revolution, okay? This is not just some small time thing that is going on, all right? So we are creating holidays, we are creating traditions, we are creating culture around this awakening, okay? So just be aware of that. Jump on board, get on board, jump on this train, all right? Because it's going, it's going to keep going. All right, so let's see what the cosmic collective consciousness has for us today in the channel wisdom circle. So what they want to talk to you guys about, is spiritual bypassing. Okay, wait a minute. You guys, you guys are spiritual bypassing. Let me tell you something. Okay, you guys, we're going to tell you things you don't want to hear, but you need to hear. All right, so spiritual bypassing. What is spiritual bypassing? Spiritual bypassing is what they are referring to anyway, is using the light as an escape, using your spirituality, using your spiritual status, right? I'll check using your spiritual status to avoid real growth. And we're going to talk about it because there are a lot of people, and this actually goes with Light Guardian Illumination Day, because the initiation, the renewal, and the burning away, that's what needs to happen when you are spiritual bypassing, because you are using your spirituality, using your spiritual not techniques, but uh, uh, I guess you could say some techniques, using some spiritual techniques, and a spiritual mask rather, in order to appear as though you are all peace, and that you are complete and there's nothing, like it's that spiritual perfectionism kind of thing as well. There's many layers to this, what they're talking about, and they're feeding me a lot of information at the same time. So I'm trying to keep it all together. They're aggressive today. Okay. So spiritual bypassing, when you are using, for instance, meditation to avoid your anger, instead of actually dealing with your anger and using meditation to relieve you of the anger. So this is an example of spiritual bypassing. Also, standing behind or hiding behind the mask of love and light. All of the things, people love saying, oh, love and light, love and light. and they refuse to deal with their shadows, recognizing that we are yin and yang, we are both light and dark, and the shadows need to be taken care of. And so spiritual bypassing is bypassing those shadows, bypassing the things that you need to work on within you, and convincing yourself that you are healed, convincing yourself that you have no more attachments, convincing yourself of all these things when that's not the case. Now, for some of you, that may be the case, right? Because you've done the work. And the point here that the cosmic collective consciousness is telling you is you have to do the work. Doing the work is not spiritual bypassing. That's dealing with your problems. That's dealing with stuff right in front of you. Okay. That is looking in the mirror. That is not shying away and cowering away from who you are and what you've been through and what you need to release in order to move forward. What is the burning away part of Light Guarding Illumination Day? The burning away part is burning away those things inside of you that are holding you down. The traumas, the envy, the all the shadows within you. Okay, you have to recognize the shadows. You have to accept the shadows in order to relieve and release the shadows. The acceptance part does not mean it's okay. It doesn't mean like we just want to stay that way. Acceptance is acknowledgement. Okay, it's acknowledgement. Without the acknowledgement, if you don't understand that if you don't agree that you have a problem, then you can't fix the problem. So you have to stop spiritual bypassing. You have to understand that yes, we all want to be love and light, okay, but but the reality is that's not all that exists. Okay, let's be real here. Okay, message. Let's be real. Love and light is not all that exists. And for those that want to convince themselves that that's all there is and that's all they choose to focus on, it's good to focus on love and light. That's great to focus on that, but you can't focus on that in ignorance, and you can't focus on that in that spiritual bypassing type of energy, because if you do so, you're not going to get anywhere. You're just going to keep running in place, running in place. And let's talk about those spiritual masks, because the spiritual community in general, not this spiritual community, okay, Mystic Temple is different, but I'm talking about the broader um, uh, common spiritual community out there. And I'm not talking about religious communities. Well, there is that too, but I'm talking about the very commonplace uh, spiritual, not religious kind of community, right? Again, not Mystic Temple, but most of them, they reward uh, that fake peace. They reward spiritual perfectionism, and they boost spiritual perfectionism. And if you are spiritual, you're supposed to be XYZ. If you're considering yourself spiritual, you're not spiritual if you're not XYZ. And we talked about that yesterday when we were talking about um uh you know not being, or us being multifaceted. And so because that is the kind of the community standard out there, that people don't feel. Okay, random. Okay, I was just looking at the notes. All right, that people don't feel that they can just be themselves, that they can be their true selves, and that also that they can't show any flaws at all, or it's going to knock them down the spiritual ladder. So that needs to stop. That needs to stop. You guys are here, and we are telling you right now that needs to stop. Mystic Temple is about embracing all parts of you. Okay, it's about recognizing that you are a whole person, as we said yesterday. Recognizing that you are a whole person, you are multifaceted, you are yin and yang. This is not all love and light, although we would love the world to be all love and light. And that's where we are working toward. Okay, but the reality is, in this illusionary reality that we create, that we live in, and that has been created for us, there is polarity, and there's also polarity within us. There's nothing that doesn't have polarity. Okay, everything has polarity, and so when you recognize those things, then you're able to deal with them. But if you are doing spiritual bypassing, you are not acknowledging your shadows. You are not working on those things. You're sweeping them under the rug. And then what happens? Your health suffers. Your life suffers. Your emotional stability suffers. Your mental stability suffers. Your spiritual evolution suffers because you have things now blocking it. And meditating away, uh, and again, when I say meditating away, I'm not talking about actually doing work, doing like an energy meditation. I'm talking about where people may just meditate to say get rid of anger or anxiety, right? And it works in the moment, but then it comes right back. Why does it come back right back? Because you didn't deal with the root of it. You only relax the body, and meditation helps with that. That's more so coping. That's a coping mechanism versus an actually getting in there and doing the work mechanism. And coping is good until you fix it, but the point is fix it, right? Love and night with all my might. So this is what they really want you to understand today and really take that in is, are you spiritual bypassing? Is there something in your life right now, in your uh, yeah, is there something in your life right now that you're avoiding and that you're using um, peace as a mask? You're using spirituality as a mask. We must remember the three pillars and go deep. Exactly, exactly. And let's put up those three pillars of life right now, really quick. So the three pillars of life are your vessel, your life purpose, and your soul growth. Remember that that's all that matters in life. That's all that matters in your incarnation. Okay. So focusing on those three, you will grow. You will start to heal yourself. You will focus on all those things because guess what? The lack of healing, the unhealed state affects the vessel. Okay. The unhealed state also affects the life purpose. The unhealed state also affects the soul growth. So let's talk about the shadows for a moment. It's important to understand that your shadows are also divine. Now, some of you are like, what are you talking about? Let me explain. Your shadows are also divine because they are divinely put there. All right. So everything that happens in your life leads you to who you become. And your shadows are just as important as your light because your shadows are the challenges that allow you to grow. Should you meet those challenges? Should you meet the challenge of going within instead of bypassing, for instance? That's a challenge. Should you do that? Your shadows become vehicles for your soul growth. Your shadows become vehicles for your life purpose and for your vessel. All of those things. So it's important for you to understand the it's important for you to understand the importance of both, because this is why we have yin and yang. There's nothing, of course, we love the love and light, but we also have the shadows there. And remember that they are vehicles. Okay. That is a chariot just waiting for you. Should you take it? You can choose to take it or not to take it, but it's served up on a nice platter for you. And it's saying, here, this is your opportunity for growth. Every problem is an opportunity for growth. This is your opportunity for growth. This is your opportunity to become more than you are. This is an opportunity for you to learn more about yourself, to learn more about how to heal. This is an opportunity for you to stand up with courage. This is an opportunity for you to look into the unknown, which is super scary for a lot of people. This is the opportunity for you to meet your fears right in the face and prove to yourself your power. Those are major opportunities. So, in that way, they are gifts and they are divine because everything on your path has a purpose for being there. Even though we want it to go away and even though we should get it away, it still has a purpose to be there. Remember, everything is about experiences. So, the experience of healing yourself, the experience of moving past your shadows, of winning the battle, the experience of that is golden. It's golden. Message, it is golden. So know thyself and you shall know all things. Yes, yes, exactly. Dominic said the good game. Right. So the spiritual bypassing that some of you are doing, and some of you will recognize it, some of you be like, I'm not doing that. But if you really think about it, there's a reason why this is coming up today. Okay. There's at least many of you who are doing this. And then for those of you who are not, then this is a message to a reminder not to do that and to really focus on what actually matters, which is the healing. And again, what do we talk about with Mystic Temple? We're talking about bringing you to happiness. We're talking about bringing you more joy in life. And back to Light Guardian Illumination Day, this needs to be illuminated within you. Your shadows need to be illuminated within you, not ignored, not pushed to the side, not swept under the rug, not meditated away, not with a peace mask on, not with not with a spiritual elitism mask on, because all of those things are masks and ways of bypassing what really needs to be worked on. A lot of people, we'll talk about the spiritual elitism because I talked about that the other day, and that's a thing. We see that a lot. Okay, people who are like, well, I'm better than everyone else because I have these gifts, and I'm better than everyone else because I'm on this level, whatever it is. No one, I will say it again, no one is better than anyone. We are all equals we are all equally divine. We are all equally ascended. We are all equally powerful. All of that. So there is no real spiritual elitism, but people feel that, and again, that's the ego. But that's the ego that needs significance because there's other things going on. And that is a form of spiritual bypassing. You're bypassing what's actually going on, what really needs work, okay? And you are putting a band-aid on it by making yourself feel good, by convincing yourself that you are better than everyone else. That, you know, and when I say that, because those of you who are my students, those of you who have been following me for a while, those of you who have been in Mystic Temple and been active, you know that I'm always telling you guys that you're the shit, right? I'm always telling you guys that you should believe the best of yourself. Okay? So I want to clarify, and I mean that you are everything. Okay? You are everything. But what you're not is better than other people. Okay? So you can be the best, the highest level in the world, but there's no need to come. So spiritual elitism is a comparison to you and other people. That's what you need to understand. It's a comparison between you and other people or a group of people or another person. There is no need to compare. You can be great all on your own, and so can everyone else. Okay? That's my point. So you are the best. You are the greatest, right? But guess what? So is everyone else. It's whether they've met that greatness or not. A lot of people have not gotten there yet, but that doesn't make them any less great. So that spiritual elitism, that comparison of I'm here and everyone else is here kind of thing. And you could be here and everyone else is here in knowledge and so on and so forth. But what I'm talking about is inherent value. Okay. Everyone is equally inherently valuable. Everyone is equally inherently powerful. Okay. We're all at just different stages on our journey. So remember that. And when you feel, when you start to feel, or you notice other people feeling that way, what they're in terms of their elitism, what's happening is they're spiritual bypassing. They're making themselves feel good and they're convincing themselves and they believe it. And that's great. But what's happening is they're not dealing with what's really going on. Why is the ego seeking elitism right now? Why is the ego seeking superiority right now? Why does anyone seek superiority? Because they feel inferior. That's the reality. Message. Okay. The only reason to seek superiority is if you feel inferior. If you really feel inferior deep inside and you need the opposite of that to make you feel good. And that inferiority is a shadow. That's a shadow. And some people also feel like an imposter. They have imposter syndrome. They have spiritual imposter syndrome, but outwardly they will act superior and they will wear that peace mask. They will wear that fully healed and that spiritual perfectionism mask. So when you're doing that, you're not helping yourself, and you're definitely not helping anyone else. And you're bypassing what really needs to happen. And what needs to happen is that inner work. So clearly, some people need to hear that today because the cosmic collective consciousness just went off on that. So in today being Light Guardian Illumination Day and being about illumination, being about seeing the things that are unseen, right? That's what the Light Guardians are about. The Light Guardians are about holding that torch of light. Why do I call them, and the cosmic collective consciousness really told me to call them light guardians. Why light guardians? They are guarding the light as it comes into this world because the light is coming back. The light's been here, but it's been covered with a bunch of junk, okay? And it's still covered with a bunch of junk, but it's starting to emerge. And this is the great awakening that is happening right now. And so they are here to help guard that and guide that light, okay? And so that light is also within yourself. And so when we're looking at the light within yourself, there's also shadows there that are blocking that light. And this is why we're not all love and light, okay? We can work towards love and light, but the reality is there are shadows. And then you can get rid of those shadows and then more come, okay? Because that's life. But stop spiritual bypassing. Stop sweeping things under the rug and get into those shadows. Get into those shadows fearlessly because there's nothing to be afraid of. It's part of you. What is there to be afraid of? You may not like to see it, okay? But there's nothing to be afraid of. It's you. Just look at it and be like, okay, what do we need to do? Let's get rid of this. Heal yourself. Amazing things happen. When I use the word liberation, that is like, I want you to understand that's like, I can't even use a word strong enough, but liberation is the strongest word I can think of that encapsulates this energy is you want to be liberated. Like liberation is just the most amazing feeling in the world. Liberation, spiritual liberation, energy liberation, healing liberation is like the best feeling in the world. And so that's a gift. When you give yourself liberation, you are giving yourself a gift. Liberate yourself from these shadows so that you can, there is no mask of love and light. You will be that for a period of time until something else happens. But that's what goes on. Hey, we're being real here. This is life. Okay. We incarnated into this human experience for a reason. And this human experience comes with it all kinds of chaos, all kinds of stuff, all kinds of obstacles, all kinds of things coming in our path. Okay. But we chose this and we're here and we need to accept that and we need to move through it and win this game because that's what it is. It's a game. Okay. Let's win this game. Let's win this game. Let's focus on those three pillars, our life purpose, our soul growth, and our vessel. Let's get that. Yes, liberation for life. Yes. And when you live a liberated life in all the different ways that so far, we've been doing this daily live for about 2 weeks now, I think. And so far, all the messages that the Cosmic Collective Consciousness have given you are working toward your own liberation in many different ways. And that's what they will continue to do because that's what Mystic Temple is about. It is about liberating you, liberating your mind, liberating your soul, liberating your heart, and liberating your spirit. Okay, liberating everything. All right, that's what Mystic Temple is all about. That's what I'm here. That's what the Book of Rashida is all about. Okay, so as you liberate, you live a happier life because remember, we're also about you living a happier life in addition to elevating spiritually. So when you have all of these things together, life is great. Life is great. So don't you want to reach those levels? You should. Okay. Spiritual bypassing doesn't help you do that. Real work helps you do that. Real work on yourself helps you do that. Real decisions and choices in your life help you do that. Choosing to be liberated, not in a cage. Choosing to be liberated spiritually, choosing to be liberated mentally, okay? Choosing to be liberated emotionally, free and healed in order for you to do what it is you came here to do. Because you are all here to do something. You are here to give something. You are here to provide something to this world and to leave something in this world. And whatever that is important. It doesn't matter what it is. It's important and it has value. And so this should be important to you. This should be important to you. And if that in and of itself isn't important enough to you, then just you living a happier life should be important enough to you. Because who wants to suffer? Who wants to suffer? If you want to suffer, then you're on the wrong life. Okay, go somewhere else with that, because that's not what we want here. And that's what Mystic Temple is all about: is helping you move through that. So I want to also say, yes, the Pathways course. Put that up on the screen. The Real Ascension Guide said the Pathways course is the cheat code to liberation and fulfillment. We have to do the work. So this program that we have at Mystic University is the Pathways program. It's a compilation or a partnership between Mystic University and Mystic Temple. All proceeds go to. I want to remind you guys that Mystic Temple is a nonprofit. Okay. And so your donations are very, very important to us in order to keep this going, to be able to keep doing this whole entire liberation movement. You know, we have a TV network, we have Mystic Circle TV, we have Metasoul Music, a music platform. We have this program. We're doing a lot of things, and all those things cost money. So when you join the Pathways course, when you join that class, it is not just one class. It is a whole entire journey. Okay. So when we've been going on that journey, you can jump in at any time though, but we've been going on that journey, and everyone that has been on that journey with us so far has really, really grown in leaps and bounds. But it is about helping you elevate your levels of consciousness, helping you improve your life. In addition, there are a lot of frameworks within that program that the Cosmic Collective Consciousness has given us that we have not made public yet, and such as the mandala of fulfillment. And it really shows you how to live a fulfilling life in a conscious way, in a very intentional way. And it's very, very powerful. And there's tons of different frameworks that we have within there that show you how to live your life and how to heal through things, how to move through things. And so it's very, very important. So anyway, go to that link. If you can put that link in the chat as well, go to that link, go to Mystic University, and sign up for the Pathways to Divine Consciousness and Fulfillment program, and you will thank me later. All right, guys. So that's all I have for you today. Happy Light Guardian Illumination Day. Again, if you want that ritual that's going to help you burn away the things that no longer serve you, that ritual that's going to help you illuminate things inside of you and illuminate things in your life, and so much illumination is going to happen, okay, then definitely join the Telegram group. The Telegram group, again, if you're there, you get these rituals and all the extra resources that we give. If you're not, then you don't. Okay, so join the Telegram group. We have a lot of fun in there too. All right, guys, have a wonderful day. I'll talk to you later. Bye.